10 days after Independence Day here in the U.S., across the pond in France, Bastille Day celebrations today mark the anniversary of the start of the French Revolution back in 1789. The connections shared between the U.S. and France throughout history continue to the present day, with the economic links between the two nations as strong as ever. Think of France and images of the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, and of course wine likely come to mind.
You talk about the greatest examples of Pinot Noir comes from Burgundy, the greatest examples of Cabernet from Bordeaux, the greatest example of sparkling wine from Champagne. So really the iconic references of wine typically come from France, and hence its fame.
Like most all wine cellars across the country, Craig Perman of Perman Wine Selections has seen the market for French reds, whites, and sparklings explode over the past year and a half. The 10.5 million cases of French wine exported to the U.S. in 2010 marked a more than 6% increase over 2009 numbers. That growth more than tripled during the first 3 months of 2011.
Definitely French wines are in my top 3 categories for sure. I would probably say about 25 to maybe 35% of what I sell is from France.
Still, wine represents just a fraction of the French economy and its trading relationship with the U.S. France is the world's 5th largest economy with a gross domestic product of $2.6 trillion. The European giant is the United States' 8th largest trading partner, with total trade just below $100 billion last year.
That says a lot about the constant exchanges of goods and services that are happening between France and the U.S.
Juan Luis Gaujon contributes to that trade relationship as the president of the Chicago chapter of the French-American Chamber of Commerce. In addition to wine, aircraft from French firm Airbus, plus shared engineering equipment and expertise tie the two countries together. A financial industry in crisis over the past 3 years has also deepened the economic relationship.
France is playing a leading role in working with the European partners towards a recovery, and the U.S. are a big part of that. So I think that today in the economic stage, definitely France is playing a very large role as one of the leading countries in Europe.
Current IMF Managing Director and former French Finance Minister Christine Lagarde embodies the sense of economic cooperation between the U.S. and France today. The trained lawyer once led Chicago-based international law firm Baker McKenzie.